Hi, my name is Onesimus and I welcome you here. Now, many times in every situation that we encounter, hope plays a big role in how resilient we become and how well we can handle or battle the situations that we're encountering. And a lot of times, our hope therefore goes down whenever we're encountering such difficult moments. And we keep on trying to help ourselves reposition and find a way we can move through difficult moments, but then sometimes it never works. It never works. But now, what is this hope? Hope is a desire that is accompanied by expectation of something beautiful, something fulfilling, something good that will happen in the situation you're probably encountering or in our lives. It's that thing that keeps us moving every day. Actually, psychology puts out a theory of hope theory, and hope theory focuses on the fact that hope is that makes life worth living, that makes it possible for us to get out of bed every morning, just like purpose. Hope reinforces purpose, gives us that ability to get out of bed in the morning and see how we can pace on with life, gives us the ability to put one foot before the other and after the other so that we can keep moving even when difficulties have occurred. Now, hope, according to psychology, the hope theory comprises three things, and these three things are pertinent to hope itself. So hope comprises of, number one, goals. So setting those goals is important because they give an expectation of something. Well, my goal is to achieve this at the end of this particular time. Now, this goal has got to be realistic, even when it has to be a high expectation, but this goal has got to be realistic. So number one is goals. Number two is the willpower. The willpower to stay motivated, the ability to stay motivated over and over again as you pursue those goals, the ability to stay on track. Even when things turn left or right, you keep on track. That's the willpower. But also, the willpower allows you to move, to start. Sometimes you set goals, but then you need to start. And so the willpower allows us to start on those goals that we have set, start on the course of achieving those goals. And number three are the routes or the pathways that you're going to take to achieve those goals that you set prior. But here's the thing, in those pathways, in those routes, in those mechanisms, in those channels, you'll have to find resistance, you'll have to find some roadblocks, you'll have to hit your bottom low at some point, and you have to turn back and reflect and see how you can change the direction. Sometimes you don't want to change the goal, but you need to probably focus on changing the direction. But many times as we hit the bottom low, of course, hope fades away and we see the goals to be so far from us like we can never actually achieve them. So hope is that will allow you therefore to combine these three things together. To set that goal, you need an expectation of something positive. Now, the willpower will allow you to move forward, and you need to be hopeful, motivated through this whole process. And then finally, the routes or the pathways. You need to know that as you meet the bottom lows, as you meet resistance, as you find roadblocks on the way, you have got to not turn back and go afresh, but you have got to find out either way. We're not supposed to find a way of shortening our goals or probably disqualifying our goals to be far from us, but rather finding different directions that can help us reach there. Probably roadblocks are going to be there and very common in our lives. So many times when we encounter difficult moments in our lives, or sometimes we have been hopeful for situations to change, but then they are not changing, well, we need to retrieve and find out in these three elements of hope, according to the hope theory, what is actually not working and how well can we reinforce it. Now, these are some key helpful tips that are going to help us along the journey of hope, or for us to stay hopeful in every situation. Number one, set high expectations but be realistic. Sometimes you set the bar higher and it's not realistic sometimes. To set realistic goals, it's another whole session trying to talk about SMART goals, which we'll probably have to do in the future. But you need to set SMART goals, and these goals should be very realistic. There could be high expectations, yes, but actually stay realistic to what you can actually accomplish in that moment. And then number two, try to find a way of staying motivated along the journey. a lot of times distractions will happen and problems will happen, encounters of different situations will be there, but find a way of trying to keep yourself motivated along this journey. Sometimes to stay motivated, you need to talk to people. Sometimes to stay motivated, you need to look at examples of those that have actually made through those situations. So one of the tips also is to seek help from those, or seek advice or counsel, encouragement from those that have been there before, and then they can be able to guide better. Now, we also sometimes say you need to turn to humor. When we're in difficult moments, we want to find something humorous, something that gives us some pleasure, something that makes us a little comfortable. If you're a movie person, you probably want to find a way you can have a movie. Take one, if you are a social person, find a way of being engaged with others. If you are probably a person of comedy, you probably want to watch some comedy so that you can really get back on your feet. Or you find some encouragement by turning difficult moments into some humor, trying to turn your focus into some humor to help decongest or declutter your mind from thinking about too much that of course you're dealing with. But also sometimes we say work on expectations. Sometimes we expect too much, and expectation is a big skill, is a big life skill that we need to actually harness. The expectation skill is a life skill on its own. Now, know what to expect, but also know that the world won't be fair. Also know that the road you're taking will not be so smooth for you to reach the top. Sometimes you'll have these roadblocks. So even as you expect really very positive things, also expect that there can be some challenges along the way. Now, I want to thank you, and I want to encourage us to stay hopeful in every situation and keep working on ourselves, keep working on our goals, and don't be don't be swayed away by the difficulties. Keep the hope alive, keep the hope alive, keep working on yourself, keep trying to deal with every situation with the same iron hand that you began with, and let no battle become bigger for you. You have the power, you have the ability, and hope will reinforce your faith in every situation, and faith surely is unfailing. Until later, keep on sharing this podcast, keep watching, keep sharing, leave a comment. Until later, bye-bye. Thank you.